Alright, family, let me do this video again because, as always, I'm too cool, man. I was talking about this chain, or this keychain or whatever, that I got from my daytime program, Sarah Circle. Let me read it to you. It's about, this video is about the many times that I've almost died. So the first one was perfect, but of course, bitches be hating. So, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm just gonna keep it real with my real Mary McNamara's. All right, it says First Federal of Chicago, first 50 years. That's what this keychain that I got free. You understand what I'm saying? By this lady named Carla that worked at Sarah Circle that has taken over the business. It's from 1933 to 1983. On the back it says, deposit in any mailbox. First Federal of Chicago, 1 South Dearborn, Chicago, Illinois, 60609. I believe that's a 09. Don't quote me on that. But then it says, return posters guaranteed. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I had my mailbox, my P.O. box, ever since 2007 when I first, put my story, Mary Mac versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, on, YouTube. And they just recently shut my mailbox down. You understand what I'm saying? For real. And I paid on that mailbox for over 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? Going through adversities and everything. Near-death experiences and all that. So this story is basically, talking about the many times that I've almost died trying to, beat me. It was, the first video was too cool, man, but, it is what it is. We're going to keep trying until we get it right, right? So I've been, poisoned, about 7 times and stuff, trying to, tell my story. First time, I remember when I was younger, and I was staying with the Redmonds, 1335 East 75th Street in Chicago, Illinois, on Kenwood, 75th and Kenwood. And they had got me some chicken, some Kentucky Fried Chicken. And they knew, who I was going to be because I was a writer by then. I am the originator of rap because I used to change the music and, tell, rap stories and stuff. And, she asked me one time, why you write with your, left hand when you are right-handed? I said, if something happened to my right hand, I still want to be able to write because I knew I was going to be a writer even back then, between the ages of 8 and 9. But at the age of 6, I didn't know the difference between an apple and orange. Long story short, she saw my potentials, and she was a gold digger, if you ask me. For real, for real. I thought she was my friend, but she wasn't, in my opinion, now. You understand what I'm saying? But then again, she could have been. Either way, I don't know. But I feel as though, why would somebody give me some chicken at the age of about 8 or 9, and it was poison, okay? And I was throwing up, had to go to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. Another time I was poisoned was, when I went to Atlanta, Georgia, and after they railroaded me on May 31st, 2008 for a so-called disarming a police officer, which I did not do, and I was on parole, and I was trying to figure stuff out, so I went to Atlanta. The only reason why I went to Atlanta because my ex-girlfriend, LaWanda Joy Jacobs, she used to go to Atlanta, so I figured whatever the problem was must have been in Atlanta. So I ended up going and staying in a shelter or whatever and stuff. And, while staying in one of the shelters, I was poisoned and I almost died. It was around Christmas time. And I didn't go to Grady's hospital. I just, at the shelter, I just kept throwing up all night. It was hours. Nobody asked if I was okay or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But I made it through. And I called my ex-girlfriend, LaWanda Joy Jacobs, and I told her, what I was going through. And she laughed over the phone. And I knew she must have been part of the problem. And now that I know what I'm dealing with, I know now for sure she was part of the problem. Long story short, another time, I was at the shelter called Hope House on the west side of Chicago on Roosevelt and stuff, and I was fasting about 9 days because I'm a spiritual person. I be trying to figure stuff out. And, I went to the Walgreens, down the street from the Hope House shelter, and it was the gangbanger, teenage boy or whatever. He was wearing a red shirt or whatever, and he was with his mama, and I was in line trying to buy me some snacks or whatever. Next thing I know, he pushed me or he pushed his cart, I should say, into me. Now, what gangbanger do you know, run around the store, especially Walgreens, and, you know, with a cart? So he was starting stuff with me and stuff. And mind you, I was weak, 9 years, no, 9 days without food or whatever. And next thing you know, I said, excuse me, sir, you know, you pushed me with your cart. You know, can you at least say excuse me or whatever? And that's all he needed. He went off on me. Security was right there not doing shit, you know what I'm saying? He whooped my ass like, you know, I had fucking killed one of his goddamn gang members or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gang banger. Let's say that right now and get you to understand that, you know, this is not gang affiliated with my story. My story is child abuse, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And the deaths of child abuse victims, and, you know, me personally, I survived so far. So he whipped my ass, the gangbanger and stuff, and his mama let him. And next thing you know, he looked at me like he did, you know, his job, then walked out the door, and I walked behind him and stuff, and I was like, you know, you didn't finish the job. And next thing I know, he was hollering for his mama, mama, mama. You understand what I'm saying? And then, you know, the police came and they didn't do shit. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody blamed me, but I didn't go to jail. But I did go back to the shelter with a black eye. And, you know, the ladies there was looking like, you know, I guess they was happy. I don't know. Shit, don't give me the line. But, you know, some of them was sympathetic or whatever and stuff. So that was, you know, another near-death experience or whatever and stuff. Another time I was poisoned at 915 West Wilson, you know, because apartment 409, because I was trying to stay healthy and stuff, you know, things. I was making Mac wrap sandwiches or whatever and stuff. Not sandwiches, but, you know, with the like the taco shells, not the taco wraps or whatever and stuff, you know. And they would, and then, you know, McDonald's in Uptown on Wilson, you know, and Sheridan start selling Mac wraps, so they watch everything I do and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But I ain't get no money out of that. And, you know, I was trying to eat healthy, so I bought some olive oil one time, and then, you know, next thing I knew, you know, I was trying to use the olive oil, and, you know, I was throwing up and stuff. Now, since I've been here, 6210 South Ken Park, apartment 308, I was trying to work out at Planet Fitness. You understand what I'm saying? When I first got here, for about a week I was working out, and it was cold outside and things of that nature and stuff. And one day, you know, I came back and I drank some milk. You understand what I'm saying? I was trying to have some milk and cookies, and the milk was poison. Of course, I was throwing up. You understand what I'm saying? Because they repeat everything they hear that I say on my videos, because I tell my stories, you know, like it's nothing and stuff. And, you know, it is what it is. They just basically trying to kill me. Another time I was poisoned a couple of more times, let's put it like that and stuff, you know. But I'm trying to get to the gist of it, and that's, you know, when I was homeless, they made me homeless or whatever. I was on a train this time, sleeping on the red line, and these teenage boys hit me in my jaw so hard, I thought, you know, shit, man, I thought it was going to break, but it didn't break. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, eventually I went someplace else or whatever to live, you know, got off the train or whatever. But it's all about intimidation and stuff, you know. They just don't like me because I'm worth a whole bunch of money. Another time I was beat up, you know, it was Gay Pride Day or whatever and stuff. This is while I was staying at 915 West Wilson, apartment 409. And I went to the Gay Pride Parade or whatever and stuff. And, you know, I had, you know, a chair like this, but it had a back to it. You understand what I'm saying? And I was on my way back to the crib. And next thing you know, this black guy gave this white guy a cigarette, okay? And, you know, the white guy started, you know, whooping my ass, I guess, over a cigarette and shit. You understand what I'm saying? For real. But before that happened, I was giving these white teenagers who had a t-shirt on, you know, that said, "Can I have a hug?" So when they got to me, you know, they looked like they wanted a hug from me. So I started giving them hugs. You know, we give hugs all day in AA, so I didn't think nothing of it and stuff until I got on the train and got my ass whooped over a cigarette from a white guy because a black guy told him to do it. And I was taking them blows like a prize fighter or whatever. He hit me 4 times and stuff while I was sitting down and stuff. And then, of course, I ended up on the ground or whatever. He just started wailing on me and stuff. And a girl and a guy jumped in it because they couldn't take it and stuff for real. And, you know, they did what they did, and that was that and stuff. But, you know, they just be looking for reasons to try to, you know, discredit your girl, lock me up or something like that. You know, I mean, I didn't hit him, he hit me and stuff. But, of course, you know, when I got the fuck up, I made sure he felt that shit, and he was looking like a hot mess when it was over with, over a damn cigarette. And then he had the nerve to say he was sorry. Sorry for what? You understand what I'm saying? Sorry for what? Being a jackass motherfucker? But anyway, I remember the police tased me over a quarter while I was handcuffed on 87th Street in Chicago. 25 cents. 25 pennies. You understand what I'm saying? For real. You understand what I'm saying? A quarter. And I wasn't doing nothing wrong other than trying to get a quarter from this lady, you know what I'm saying, who gave me the quarter, but because, you know, the guy that walked the dogs and stuff, whatever you call them motherfuckers and shit, just didn't like your girl for some reason, told the lady not to give me the quarter, so he called the police, and I waited, and I didn't think I was going to get tased and almost died. He put the taser to my kidney and pulled the trigger, the white guy did. Yes, he did. Yeah, so I've been abused all my life, you understand what I'm saying, as a child abuse victim, and yeah, that's why I say, you know what I'm saying. At the age of 6, I felt like a brick. No love, no hugs, just a swift kick. After all of that, I moved on again to a better family whom I thought was my friends. We remixing this shit for real. You know, everybody comes in my life, ain't nothing but an opportunist, you know, gold digger or somebody just, you know, just hate on your girl because, you know, I am the originator of rap, AA, and a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, because back then, when I stayed with Betty Jean Redmond, you know, 1335 East 75th Street, she saw my potentials. You understand what I'm saying? She really did. But at the age of 6, I didn't know the difference between an apple and orange. But by the age of 8, I was singing in the Easter, you know, in the church choir on Easter. You understand what I'm saying? I don't feel no ways tired. You understand what I'm saying? At Concord Missionary Baptist Church, that's right down the street from where I stay at. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. It's a true story. You know, it sounds like it's not, but it is. My real Mary McNamara is, you know I'm not lying, for real. You know, let me see, I'm trying to think. I know it's a couple of more times I was poisoned and stuff, you understand what I'm saying? But they have done some shit to me. Oh yeah, the water. I was working out at Bally's and stuff. It was called Bally's, then they changed it to LA Fitness on Howard. And I was drinking some water or whatever and stuff. And this lady at Hope House, you know, told me, I wish your mama would have killed you when you was a baby. You know, and I was working out around that time and stuff, homeless or whatever and stuff. And if, you know, if they wanted to kill me for real, they could have this day because, you know, I didn't think you could almost die from drinking too much water. So I was, you know, I guess I had water poison or whatever and stuff. And, you know, I had went to a hair wash in the library. Next thing I knew, I was trying to get on a train to go back to the shelter, you understand what I'm saying, on the west side, and that water poison kicked in, and I stretched out on the bench on Roosevelt, and then I had to get on the bus, and, you know, and I had to get all the way back to the west side, so between, you know, the ride back, I was feeling like a hot mess, which means they could have killed me for real. But that same lady who said that I wish your mama would have killed you when you was a baby, she was the one that saved my life for real, and allowed me to, you know, stick it out or whatever and stuff and get my shit together or whatever. But yeah, you know, so I don't know if they really want to kill me. It's just they want me to kill myself, I believe. You understand what I'm saying? Or find some kind of reason to discredit me or whatever. I don't know what's wrong with these people, to tell you the truth. But at the end of the day, Mary McNamara's, look, the police told me in 1995 when I called them, I said, I got a gun to my head, I'm going to pull the trigger. They told me I had 2 minutes to live. So all them suicidal signs, you know, don't call that number. Because my birthday is attached to it, with meaning you might be my family and I don't want you to die. Call on God, because my higher power is the only reason why I'm still alive, and that's the truth. It's your girl, Mary Lee. Don't forget that. Tune Mary Lee. Gotta go.